What if the profound truth is that you already possess, within you, every single element required to achieve undeniable greatness? What if the only true barrier standing between your current reality and the success you yearn for is simply the way you perceive yourself? Consider this liberating idea. The world will only ever truly believe in you to the extent that you dare to believe in yourself. First and foremost, dare to act as if you are already the best version of yourself. Walk into every room with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they belong there, not out of arrogance, but from a deep sense of self-possession. Speak with the conviction of someone who has already claimed their victory. Train your mind relentlessly to know without a shadow of a doubt that no one else holds an inherent advantage over you, not because you labor under the illusion of being perfect, not because you possess all the answers, but because you fiercely refuse to allow doubt to anchor you, because you grasp the fundamental truth that success is not a privilege reserved for a fortunate few, but a prize claimed by those who make the powerful decision that they are worthy of it, that they deserve it, and then act upon that belief. The absolute starting point of all extraordinary achievement is not a gentle wish or a fleeting aspiration, but a consuming, undeniable, burning desire. It is an obsession, a profound hunger for your goal that transcends mere wanting. The individuals who ultimately triumph in life don't just express a vague interest in success, they reach a point where they must have it. This intense, unwavering desire becomes the potent fuel that propels them forward through every daunting obstacle, every painful failure, every unexpected challenge that rises in their path. Pause for a moment and reflect on the iconic achievers whose names echo through history, individuals who fundamentally reshaped the world, not through sheer luck, but through an unwavering determination, born of unrelenting drive. Thomas Edison, whose name is synonymous with relentless pursuit, faced over 1,000 experimental setbacks before the incandescent light bulb finally illuminated the world. Did he merely wish for success during those countless trials? No, he was consumed by an obsession with transforming his vivid vision into tangible reality. He perceived his ultimate success not as a hopeful possibility, but as an absolute inevitability, regardless of the mountain of setbacks he encountered. So turn that introspective gaze upon yourself and ask, with brutal honesty, what do you truly desire at the deepest core of your being? Not what societal expectations whisper you should want, not what seems most practical or safest, but what ignites a fire in your soul. What compelling vision is so vivid it keeps you awake, plotting and planning? What audacious goal would you continue to chase, relentlessly, even if it demanded facing failure 1,000 times over? That is your burning desire. That is the potent fuel that will sustain you and push you forward when lesser motivations crumble in the face of challenge. Once you identify this undeniable core goal, give it substance, write it down, put it on paper, make it tangible. Studies have consistently shown that the simple act of committing your goals to writing dramatically increases your likelihood of achieving them. Why? Because it lifts them from the ethereal realm of vague thought and anchors them as a concrete, undeniable target. When you write something down, it ceases to be just a fleeting idea. It becomes real, a visible commitment to yourself. Then don't stop there. Vividly see it in your mind every single day. Visualization is one of the most powerful, transformative tools available for shaping your reality. Elite athletes, visionary entrepreneurs, and high achievers across every discipline utilize it to powerfully condition their minds for victory, to rehearse success before it manifests physically. If you can vividly see yourself achieving your goal, if you can feel the sensations of that accomplishment as if it has already happened, you generate an unstoppable internal momentum. Your brain, that magnificent instrument, begins to unconsciously orchestrate its processes towards making that envisioned reality manifest. But visualization, potent as it is not enough in isolation. You must also act with the unwavering conviction that achieving your goal is not a possibility, but an inevitability. Far too many individuals remain trapped in the realm of dreaming, while only a precious few dare to translate those dreams into decisive action. They wait for the perfect alignment of the stars, for ideal circumstances that never arrive, for a guarantee of success that life simply does not offer. But the profound truth is that success belongs to those who move, who bravely take calculated risks, who step deliberately into the arena of the unknown with an unshakable belief in their capacity to navigate it. Success is not some random cosmic lottery. It is a direct consequence of unwavering commitment. It is about showing up, day after relentless day, doing the necessary work, and resolutely refusing to quit, even when the path is arduous, even when you feel depleted, even when the world loudly declares it to be impossible. Because here lies a quiet, powerful secret. The moment you make the internal declaration that your success is non-negotiable, that failure is not an option you will entertain, the universe itself seems to begin subtly aligning in your favor. You will find yourself attracting the right people, the opportune circumstances, and the fortunate synchronicity needed to move forward. You will cultivate the inner resilience necessary to push through setbacks with renewed determination. And most importantly, through the consistent effort fueled by this belief, you will transform yourself, internally and externally, into the kind of individual who is truly worthy of the success you so ardently desire. So make the decision now, in this moment. No more excuses, no more passive waiting. Transform your desire from a mere wish into a burning obsession. Write it down, see it vividly, feel its reality within you, and then take massive, sustained action. Because those who win in life don't just idly hope for success, they demand it, and they commit to stopping at nothing until they seize it. Beyond desire, you must cultivate faith, the profound ability to believe in yourself with an unwavering conviction, even when the world around you is steeped in doubt. It is a truth that has echoed through generations. What the mind can authentically conceive and deeply believe, it can unquestionably achieve. Success is not solely the byproduct of relentless hard work. It is fundamentally about cultivating an unshakable belief, a deep inner knowing that you will succeed. This rock-solid belief is the bedrock foundation upon which all truly great achievements are meticulously constructed. When the odds seem overwhelmingly stacked against you, when external voices and circumstances loudly declare that you cannot possibly do it, your faith is the powerful internal driving force that compels you to keep moving forward against the tide. Without it, even the smallest obstacle can appear insurmountable, crushing your spirit. But armed with this unwavering faith, even the most seemingly impossible goals begin to appear attainable, simply because your internal state has declared them so. Faith is not a passive or abstract emotion. It is a conscious, deliberate choice you must make every single day. You must wake up and choose to believe in yourself, actively, despite the inevitable setbacks you will face, despite the temporary failures you will encounter, and despite the insidious doubts that will persistently try to infiltrate your mind. It is deceptively easy to maintain belief when everything is unfolding smoothly, when the path is clear and supportive voices surround you. But true faith, the kind that forges legends, is powerfully demonstrated when the external circumstances appear most hopeless, when the logical mind screams impossible. It is precisely then that you must stand firm, look inward, and remind yourself with absolute conviction, I am capable, I am worthy, I will succeed. The greatest minds that have shaped human history grasped this profound principle at a fundamental level. Henry Ford revolutionized the entire automobile industry, not because he possessed vast initial resources or a clear, easy path, but because he held an unyielding faith in the power of his ideas and his capacity to manifest them. Oprah Winfrey overcame monumental rejection and unimaginable hardship throughout her journey, but she persisted relentlessly because she simply refused to internalize or believe in the concept of her own failure. These remarkable individuals did not allow the external world, with its doubts and limitations, to dictate their inherent worth or potential. Instead, they imposed the force of their unshakable belief upon the world, and in the face of such resolute conviction, the world had no choice but to ultimately yield and follow. You see, your mind is an incredibly powerful tool, capable of orchestrating your reality. It can either become the engine that propels you irresistibly towards success, or it can tragically drag you down into the abyss of self-doubt and unfulfilled potential. Your thoughts, the narratives you consistently repeat within your own consciousness, are the very architects that shape your external reality. If you harbor the deep-seated belief that you are destined to fail, you will unconsciously make decisions, take actions, and interpret events in ways that inevitably lead you down that path, proving your belief tragically correct. But if you choose to believe, with every fiber of your being, that success is not just possible, but an absolute inevitability, then your entire presence, your actions, your resilience, will begin to reflect that powerful certainty, and the universe in turn will respond in kind, aligning circumstances to match your internal state. This is not about embracing blind optimism or ignoring reality. It is about consciously aligning your thoughts, your core beliefs, and your daily actions with the audacious goals you have set. It is about cultivating an unwavering conviction, a deep inner knowing, that your success is not a matter of if it will happen, but when. Your mind must be actively conditioned, reprogrammed, to expect success as the default outcome. When you achieve this state, opportunities will miraculously appear in places where others see only insurmountable obstacles. Creative solutions will emerge seemingly out of nowhere, where others perceive only crippling problems. But belief, however potent, is still not the entire equation. You must act. You must take bold, decisive steps in the direction illuminated by your vision. You must persist, relentlessly, even when the tangible results are not immediately apparent, even when the external validation you crave is delayed. The road to authentic, lasting success is rarely, if ever, a smooth or straight path. It is inevitably filled with unexpected challenges, temporary failures, and painful rejection. But those who possess the inner fortitude to keep moving forward, armed with an indomitable belief in themselves and their capacity to overcome, are the ones who eventually, inevitably, reach their desired destination. Ask yourself a powerful, clarifying question. What would you dare to do today, if you knew, with absolute certainty, that you could not fail? How would you carry yourself? How would you choose to speak? How would you approach the inevitable challenges that arise? Begin living that way now, today. Don't postpone it until tomorrow, or until circumstances feel more comfortable or certain. Act as if you are already the successful person you aspire to become, and sooner than you might believe, your external reality will begin to catch up to the powerful conviction of your internal belief. Winners do not passively wait for external validation or permission. They create their own internal certainty, and through their actions and persistence, they compel the world to eventually recognize their worth. The fundamental truth is this: no one else will truly believe in your dreams, not deeply, not fundamentally, until you make the conscious, courageous choice to believe in yourself. No one will be willing to invest their time, energy, or resources in your aspirations if you hesitate to make the unwavering investment in them yourself. First and foremost, if you radiate doubt, the world will simply reflect that doubt back to you, magnifying your uncertainty. But if you carry yourself with genuine confidence, if you operate from a place of knowing that success is inevitable for those who persist, you will begin to attract opportunities, allies, and resources towards you like a powerful magnet. In the end, success is, in a profound sense, a self-fulfilling prophecy. It is not a birthright reserved for the lucky or the privileged few. It belongs unequivocally to those who dare to believe in themselves, relentlessly, courageously, even when every external voice whispers doubt. The world does not and cannot determine your ultimate potential. You do. So wake up every single day and make the conscious, powerful choice to believe. Choose to act in every moment as though you are already the winner you know you are destined to become. And soon, the world will have no other choice but to witness and celebrate your inevitable triumph. To forge this powerful belief and align your actions, you must engage in focused training of your mind, specifically through intentional auto-suggestion. The most successful individuals throughout history, from the industrial might of John Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie to the revolutionary vision of Henry Ford, all understood one fundamental truth: your thoughts are the architects that meticulously shape your reality. Every transformative invention, every groundbreaking discovery, every enduring empire first existed as a mere thought, an idea, before it manifested into the tangible world. What you deeply believe about yourself, about your inherent abilities, and about the potential of your future fundamentally dictates the actions you take, the risks you dare to embrace, and ultimately, the quality of the life you deliberately create. Your mind functions much like an incredibly powerful computer, constantly running programs based on the beliefs and narratives you consciously or unconsciously install within it. If you passively allow that mental space to be filled with the corrosive influence of doubt, fear, and negativity, it will operate accordingly, guiding you down a path that leads towards limitation and unfulfilled potential. But if you consciously choose to program your mind for success, if you deliberately feed it with the empowering substance of confidence, ambition, and unwavering certainty, your life will begin to transform before your very eyes. Every single day, you must seize conscious control of this vital internal programming. The world around you is an incessant source of distraction, of negativity, of voices that will readily tell you all the reasons why you cannot possibly achieve your dream. But you, and only you, hold the ultimate authority to decide which thoughts are allowed to take root and flourish within your mind. You must actively engage in the process of rewiring your brain for success. How? By consistently speaking powerful, positive affirmations into existence. by vividly visualizing yourself achieving your goals with absolute certainty, by deliberately training your subconscious mind to expect success as its default operating state. When you wake in the morning, before the noise of the day begins to intrude, make a powerful declaration of your dominance over your own internal world. Stand tall, look yourself directly in the eye, and affirm with resolute conviction, I am capable, I am unstoppable, I am destined for greatness. At first, your mind may offer resistance. Years of negative conditioning, of internalized limitations, may whisper insidious counter-arguments. But what if I fail? What if I'm simply not good enough? Ignore those voices. Those thoughts are merely remnants of a past you are consciously choosing to leave behind. Keep repeating your empowering affirmation. Keep reinforcing your belief with unwavering consistency, because over time, through sheer repetition and conviction, your mind will begin to accept these powerful statements as undeniable facts. And when your mind truly believes it, your actions will inevitably align with that belief. Your thoughts generate your emotions, and your emotions are the powerful engine that drives your actions. If you possess the deep-seated belief that you are unstoppable, you will carry yourself with an undeniable confidence that others will sense. If you hold the conviction that success is not just possible, but inevitable, you will persist through obstacles with unwavering resilience. If you believe you are destined for greatness, you will naturally attract opportunities that others operating from a different mindset will tragically miss. But belief, however strong, still demands action aligned with that belief. A true champion doesn't merely affirm their greatness. They train, they practice, they meticulously refine their skills, day after relentless day, demonstrating their belief through consistent effort. A successful entrepreneur doesn't just entertain thoughts of wealth. They take calculated risks, they innovate tirelessly, and they consistently outwork their competition. So ask yourself, honestly, what would the absolute best version of you consciously do today? How would the most successful version of yourself think, act, and carry themselves in this moment? Begin living that way now, not tomorrow. Not when circumstances miraculously feel easier or right now. Repetition is the golden key to unlocking this power. The more consistently you affirm, visualize, and act in alignment with the reality of your success, the more natural and automatic it becomes. It ceases to be a mere practice you engage in. It becomes your fundamental identity. And once success becomes an intrinsic part of who you are, nothing in the external world can ultimately stop you. The world will inevitably try to shape you, to mold you according to its limitations. Society will attempt to impose its own ceilings upon your potential. But remember this liberating truth: you hold the ultimate control over your thoughts. You possess the power to shape your own reality from the inside out. The most powerful weapon at your disposal is your own magnificent mind. Train it deliberately, program it with intention, and unleash its full extraordinary potential. Wake up each day and declare, with unwavering conviction, I am capable, I am unstoppable, I am the architect of my destiny. Because once you believe it, deeply and truly, the world around you will have no other choice but to witness and reflect that powerful belief back to you. Moving from belief to tangible contribution requires more than just general knowledge. It demands specialized knowledge. Let there be no ambiguity. General knowledge, while foundational, is not enough to create extraordinary success in today's world. The marketplace does not bestow its greatest rewards upon individuals who possess a superficial understanding of many things. It reserves its highest accolades and most significant opportunities for those who commit themselves to becoming absolute masters of their chosen craft, those who develop an elite level of expertise in a specific domain. The highest achievers, the most revolutionary innovators, the wealthiest individuals across history, they all share this one defining characteristic. They possess a profound, dominant expertise in a specific area. Hard work alone, while essential, is not sufficient for reaching the pinnacle of success. Countless diligent individuals labor tirelessly every single day, yet they remain trapped in the realm of comfortable mediocrity, because they often lack the depth of specialized knowledge, the refined skill set required to truly stand out, to differentiate themselves in a crowded world. The fundamental difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is mastery. The truly best in any field are not merely those who put in consistent effort. They are those who relentlessly sharpen their skills, refine their understanding, and deepen their knowledge to an elite level. They possess an edge, a level of insight and capability that others simply do not. So turn your focus inward and ask yourself this critical question: what specific skill, what body of knowledge, what area of expertise will become your signature? What mastery will authentically set you apart from the rest? This is the question that decisively separates the winners from those who remain unfulfilled. If you aspire to reach the apex of your chosen field, you must cultivate knowledge that transcends the common understanding. You must develop an understanding so deep, so nuanced, and so refined that it renders you genuinely indispensable, a go-to authority in your domain. This requires a relentless, unwavering commitment to the process of learning. You must study diligently. You must read widely within your field and beyond. You must actively seek out and learn from the very best, those who have already achieved mastery. Seek out mentors, dissect their strategies, and apply their hard-won lessons to your own journey. Devour books that expand your thinking, that challenge your assumptions, that offer new perspectives. Observe the leaders in your chosen industry and analyze with meticulous detail what distinguishes them, what makes them consistently successful. Do not, under any circumstance, settle for superficial, surface-level understanding. Dive deep, learn the nuances, the subtle intricacies, and strive for absolute mastery of the details that others overlook. In today's information-saturated world, data is everywhere, readily available. But merely consuming information passively is not enough. It is a waste of precious potential. The real power of specialized knowledge is unleashed only when you take action, when you actively apply what you learn. Far too many individuals read insightful books or attend transformative seminars, yet they never truly implement the knowledge they gain. The true power of specialized knowledge is revealed when you put it to the test in the real world. Experiment bold, be willing to fail, to adjust your approach, to refine your understanding based on practical experience. Keep going persistently until your accumulated knowledge transmutes into demonstrable skill, and your refined skill evolves into genuine recognized mastery. And when you achieve that level of mastery, your value in the marketplace, your impact, and your opportunities will skyrocket. The world is willing to pay top dollar for genuine expertise. Companies, clients, and customers are not searching for generalists who know a little bit about many things. They are actively seeking out specialists, individuals who possess the deep knowledge and refined skills to solve their specific problems better than anyone else. The more valuable and specialized your knowledge becomes, the more doors of opportunity will swing open for you. The more refined and polished your skills, the more indispensable you will become to those who need your expertise. But here is a vital secret to remember. Mastery is not a fixed destination, it is a constantly moving target. You can never ever afford to stop learning, growing, and refining your skills. The dangerous moment you allow yourself to believe that you have made it, that you know enough, is precisely the moment you begin the inevitable process of falling behind. The world evolves at a breakneck pace, industries transform, and new knowledge continuously emerges. If you desire to stay ahead of the curve, to remain at the forefront of your field, you must commit to continuous, relentless growth. The truly best in the world never cease improving, so make a powerful commitment right now. Decide to pursue mastery in an area that resonates with your deepest desires and aligns with your overall goals. Choose a field, a skill, an industry, whatever it is that ignites your passion, and dive deep with unwavering dedication. Study relentlessly, absorbing every piece of relevant knowledge you can uncover, and most importantly, actively apply what you learn. Let your consistent, focused actions be the force that unequivocally separates you from the rest. General knowledge makes you competent. Specialized knowledge makes you powerful, influential, and indispensable. Be the one who possesses the deep understanding that others lack. Be the one who has achieved mastery in an area where others have only dabbled on the surface. And watch with quiet satisfaction as the world recognizes your value and rewards you for it. Beyond knowledge and skill, the capacity to translate intention into reality hinges on one critical element: decision. Success belongs, undeniably, to the decisive. A comprehensive study examining the lives of thousands of individuals who failed to achieve their potential revealed a critical recurring pattern. A crippling lack of decision was identified as one of the most significant reasons for their failure. The inability to make clear choices, the persistent hesitation, the constant second-guessing and internal debate, These are the silent assassins of dreams. Opportunities ripe with potential slip away not because individuals lack the inherent capability to seize them, but because they hesitate, they overthink endlessly, they wait for a perfect moment that simply does not exist. Indecision is a potent poison. It paralyzes action and ensures a life of comfortable, unfulfilled mediocrity. Every precious moment spent doubting, endlessly analyzing options, or passively waiting for an ideal scenario is a moment irretrievably lost forever. The most successful individuals in the world grasp this truth with absolute clarity. They make decisions quickly, and they make them with confidence. They possess a deep trust in themselves, their instincts, and their cultivated ability to navigate the inevitable complexities and figure things out along the way. They do not require endless external approval or constant reassurance. They assess, they decide, they act, and they adjust their course as necessary, learning and adapting in real time. Look at the lives of the greatest leaders, entrepreneurs and visionaries throughout history. They did not wait for permission to chase their audacious dreams. They did not sit paralyzed by analysis, debating every conceivable outcome until the opportunity faded. They moved with deliberate speed and unwavering conviction. Henry Ford, despite numerous setbacks and initial failures, revolutionized the automobile industry precisely because he possessed the courage to make bold, transformative decisions and act upon them. The fundamental difference between a life of success and a life of unfulfilled potential often boils down to a single powerful choice. Will you take decisive action, or will you succumb to paralysis of delay? The world does not reward those who wait passively. It rewards those who move, who step forward into the arena. The very best individuals in any field do not waste precious time doubting their every move. They decide, they commit fully, and they execute their plan with focused intention. And here lies another liberating truth. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to possess every answer, to foresee every potential challenge before you begin. You just need to start. The pervasive myth is that individuals require more information, more certainty, or more experience before they can take meaningful action. But that is a lie that keeps countless dreams stillborn. True clarity emerges from action, not from endless, unproductive analysis. The more decisions you courageously make, the sharper and more reliable your instincts will become. The more calculated risks you are willing to take, the better you will learn to navigate the inherent uncertainty of the entrepreneurial journey and of life itself. Successful individuals deeply understand that even a wrong decision is in most cases infinitely better than making no decision at all. Why? Because every single decision, even a misstep, provides invaluable feedback, generates essential experience, and fuels genuine growth. Failure in this context is not the enemy. Inaction is the real, soul-crushing danger. The greatest risk is not making the wrong choice, but making no choice whatsoever. Think about the countless times you have waited too long to make a decision, and in doing so, lost a valuable opportunity. How many moments of crippling doubt and hesitation have directly cost you significant progress on your path? Now allow yourself to imagine, powerfully, what would unfold if you simply decided, right now, to move forward with absolute, unwavering confidence. How much further along your path would you be already? It is time to trust yourself deeply. It is time to act with the conviction that you are capable, that you are the architect of your own destiny. Because those who truly succeed in life do not waste time second-guessing their every move. They take bold steps, they learn rapidly from their experiences, and they grow stronger with each action. They do not passively wait for certainty to appear. They actively create it through their decisive movement. So make the powerful decision today. Stop the unproductive overthinking. Cease the debilitating hesitation. Whatever grand dream, compelling goal, or vivid vision you hold within you, commit to it fully, completely. Step forward with unwavering confidence. The world, with all its opportunities and challenges, belongs to those who decide, those who commit, and those who boldly execute their vision. Be that person, beginning now, and watch in awe as your life begins its dramatic transformation. Hand in hand with decisive action comes persistence, the unyielding refusal to quit, no matter the cost. No great success story is written without navigating a landscape riddled with obstacles. The road to authentic achievement is never a smooth, effortless glide. It is inevitably filled with temporary failures, unforeseen setbacks, and demanding challenges specifically designed to test the strength of your willpower and the depth of your resolve. Every truly great winner in history, from the resilient Henry Ford to the tireless Thomas Edison, faced obstacles that would have utterly broken a person of ordinary determination, but they shared a defining characteristic. They never stopped. They refused to surrender to the temporary nature of failure, and that is what set them fundamentally apart. Failure is not the end point of the journey. It is a crucial lesson, a necessary stepping stone, an essential part of the very process of achieving success. Edison, famously, did not succeed until his 1,000+ attempt to perfect the light bulb. Henry Ford navigated multiple bankruptcies before he revolutionized the automobile industry and reshaped the global economy. Walt Disney was once dismissed, told he lacked imagination, yet he persisted in bringing his whimsical visions to life. None of these giants allowed temporary failure or external criticism to define their ultimate outcome. They grasped a fundamental liberating truth: as long as you consciously choose to keep moving forward, step by deliberate step, you have not in fact truly failed. One of the most compelling historical examples of this unwavering resilience comes from the 1930s during the Great Depression, a period of immense global turmoil. Millions of people tragically lost everything: jobs, homes, businesses, plunging the world into a time of profound suffering and uncertainty. But within the heart of that crisis lay an unexpected opportunity, accessible only to those who possessed the inner fortitude to see it. Those who absolutely refused to quit, who demonstrated the adaptability to change their approach, who pushed forward relentlessly despite the unimaginable hardships, positioned themselves to become the next wave of successful entrepreneurs and influential leaders. The Great Depression did not merely destroy fortunes. In a powerful twist of fate, it actively created them, precisely because the individuals who chose to keep going, the ones who resolutely refused to surrender to despair, placed themselves in a prime position to capitalize when the economy eventually began its slow, arduous rebound. They understood a timeless truth: adversity, no matter how crushing, is ultimately temporary, but the act of quitting is a permanent cessation of all possibility. The lesson is crystal clear: success belongs, unequivocally, to those who endure. When life inevitably knocks you down, you are presented with only two fundamental choices: stay down, defeated, or choose to rise, stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. The world does not reward those who quit when things get difficult. It reserves its greatest rewards for those who persist through the storm. The single most powerful mindset you can possibly adopt is to consciously act as if you cannot possibly lose. When you make the internal decision to remove quitting as an option, you force yourself, with unwavering resolve, to find solutions, to push through the pain, the temporary failures, and the debilitating doubt, until ultimate victory becomes the only outcome remaining. Look closely at any self-made success story, in any field, throughout history, and you will discern the same powerful pattern: unwavering resilience, relentless persistence, and an unbreakable belief in their capacity to overcome. The fundamental difference between those who ultimately achieve their dreams and those who remain unfulfilled is not some inherent disparity in talent, intelligence, or luck. It is the cultivated ability to simply keep going, to take the next step when others, exhausted and discouraged, choose to stop. It is the profound ability to view failure not as an impenetrable roadblock, but as a necessary stepping stone on the path towards mastery. Ask yourself honestly, how many times have you stopped just short of achieving something meaningful because the path became too challenging, because things got too difficult? How many cherished dreams have you reluctantly abandoned because the obstacles in your path seemed too vast, too insurmountable? Now allow yourself to imagine, with vivid clarity, what your life might look like if you had simply kept going, if you had chosen persistence over surrender. Imagine where you would be today if you had resolutely refused to quit. When faced with difficulty, you must train your mind, deliberately, to perceive obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as exciting challenges, opportunities for growth. The struggle itself is not the enemy. It is the very force that shapes you, that reveals your hidden strength. The pain you endure in the process is what ultimately fortifies you, building your resilience. Every single time you push past a temporary failure, you become stronger, smarter, and better prepared for the success that is inevitably coming your way. There will undoubtedly be moments when you feel the powerful urge to give up, when the voice of doubt whispers its corrosive lies, when you question whether the relentless effort is truly worth the potential reward. In those crucial moments, anchor yourself with this simple, powerful truth. If you refuse to quit, you never ever truly fail. The only real irreversible failure is stopping before you reach the finish line, abandoning the journey before its completion. Everything else, every stumble, every setback, every challenge is simply a necessary, integral part of the process, a lesson learned on the path towards mastery. Success is reserved for those who persist, who endure, who refuse to be denied. The winners of the world are not those who miraculously never failed. They are the ones who, despite facing failure, never allowed failure to stop them from continuing their ascent. So make the unwavering decision now. No matter what challenges lie ahead, no matter how difficult the path becomes, commit with absolute certainty to pushing forward, to taking the next step. Act as if you cannot possibly lose, because when quitting is simply not an option you will entertain, success ceases to be a possibility and becomes an inevitable outcome born of your relentless consistency. As you navigate your journey with persistence, remember that you are not meant to travel alone. Cultivate a powerful mastermind group, for who you choose to surround yourself with matters profoundly. One of the most potent, yet often overlooked secrets of extraordinary success is this undeniable principle. The individuals you allow into your closest circle will, to a significant degree, determine how far you ultimately go. No one who has achieved true lasting greatness has done so in isolation. The most iconic achievers throughout history did not reach their elevated levels of impact and influence while operating alone. They meticulously built strong networks, forged powerful alliances, and consciously surrounded themselves with individuals who actively fueled their ambition, who lifted their spirits, and who challenged them to become better. The most successful individuals understand, at a fundamental level, the transformative importance of association. They deliberately build mastermind groups, teams of like-minded, driven individuals who challenge their thinking, who offer unwavering support during difficult times, and who push them relentlessly but constructively to reach the next level of their potential. These groups are far more than casual social circles. They are dynamic incubators of success, environments where bold ideas are refined through collaborative discussion, where effective strategies are meticulously developed, and where limiting mindsets are actively challenged and strengthened. When you consciously choose to surround yourself with winners, with individuals operating at a higher frequency of ambition and belief, you inevitably begin to think, act, and operate at a higher level yourself. Consider honestly the subtle yet powerful influence the people in your current circle exert upon your mindset, your daily habits, and the scope of your ambition. If you spend your time primarily with individuals who habitually complain, who readily make excuses, and who passively accept comfortable mediocrity as their fate, you will unconsciously but inevitably begin to adopt their limiting mindset and behavior. But if you deliberately surround yourself with individuals who think expansively, who demand excellence from themselves and others, and who constantly strive for growth and impact, you will naturally find yourself rising to meet their elevated standard. Their energy, their mindset, and their unwavering drive will act as a powerful current, pulling you upwards, pushing you beyond your perceived limitation. Look again at the most successful figures from history. Henry Ford, despite his intense focus, surrounded himself with brilliant minds like Thomas Edison and other innovators. Though they were contemporaries and sometimes rivals, their shared presence in each other's orbit challenged each of them to think bigger, to innovate more boldly, and to push the boundaries of what was thought possible. Success is not solely about individual effort. It is about wisely leveraging the collective power of association. The profound truth is that your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your reality. If you allow yourself to be surrounded by individuals who are complacent, whose ambitions have shriveled, your own aspirations will, subtly but inevitably, shrink to fit that restrictive environment. But if you consciously align yourself with those who are constantly striving for greatness, for growth, for impact, you will find yourself being pulled upwards, elevated by their energy, their mindset, and their unwavering drive. So how do you consciously build such a powerful network? How do you intentionally create your own transformative mastermind group? First, actively seek out individuals who genuinely inspire you, people who have already achieved what you are diligently striving for. Learn from their experiences, study their habits, their strategies, their minds, and if possible find authentic ways to connect with them, to engage in conversation, to seek their guidance. If direct personal access is not immediately possible, absorb their wisdom through their books, their podcasts, their online content. Second, take deliberate steps to eliminate negative influences from your closest circle. This does not necessarily mean completely cutting people out of your life, but you must unequivocally protect your mind and spirit from toxic energy. Distance yourself from those who drain your motivation, who fill your head with doubt and cynicism, or who habitually encourage small thinking and comfortable limitation. Third, make it a conscious practice to actively add value to the lives of those around you, especially those you wish to connect with. Great, enduring relationships are built upon a foundation of mutual benefit and authentic contribution. If you aspire to connect with powerful, successful individuals, ask yourself honestly and often, what value can I genuinely bring to the table? How can I support, encourage, or contribute to their journey? Offer insightful perspectives, provide unwavering support, offer genuine encouragement. Become the kind of person who consistently lifts others up, and you will naturally attract high-caliber individuals into your life, individuals who recognize and appreciate the value you bring. Lastly, and critically, hold yourself to an exceptionally high standard. If you desire to spend time in the presence of great minds, you must commit to operating at their level of discipline, effort, and expectation. Demand excellence from yourself in everything you do. Commit relentlessly to your own growth and improvement. Never ever settle for comfortable average. Success is not just about possessing talent or working hard. It is also about strategically positioning yourself within an environment that actively cultivates and breeds greatness. If you choose to surround yourself with small thinkers, your dreams will inevitably shrink to fit their limited vision. But if you consciously choose to surround yourself with giants, with individuals of expansive vision and unwavering drive, your own potential will expand beyond anything you previously imagined possible. Remember this fundamental truth: the people in your immediate circle will either propel you powerfully forward toward your goals, or subtly, yet surely pull you back towards comfortable stagnation. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who genuinely make you better, who challenge you to reach higher, and watch in awe as the power of association propels you to heights you might never have reached alone. Beyond your external associations, recognize the profound, often unseen power residing within your subconscious mind. Control it, or it will inevitably control you. Your subconscious mind is akin to a fertile, vast garden. Whatever seeds you choose to plant within its soil will, without question, take root and flourish. If you allow yourself to plant seeds of doubt, fear, and the expectation of failure, they will inevitably grow into a tangled, suffocating reality that mirrors those negative beliefs. But if you consciously choose to plant seeds of unwavering confidence, resolute belief, and the powerful expectation of success, your life will begin to transform in ways you might never have previously imagined possible. The thoughts, the narratives, the beliefs you consistently feed into your mind, especially at a subconscious level, become the fundamental foundation upon which your entire reality is constructed. Most individuals navigate through life largely unaware of the immense, shaping power of their subconscious mind. They passively allow negative thoughts, deep-seated fears, and limiting self-doubt to dominate their internal mental space. They focus habitually on problems instead of actively seeking solutions, on past failures instead of future opportunities. And just like insidious weeds taking over a neglected garden, these negative thought patterns choke out any possibility of growth, of joy, of authentic success. But those individuals who grasp the profound power of the subconscious mind make a conscious, unwavering decision to take control of their internal landscape. They intentionally plant powerful, positive, life-affirming beliefs that generate an unstoppable internal momentum towards their goal. Every single day, you must make a deliberate, conscious effort to nourish your mind with positivity, to feed your subconscious with empowering truth. This is not a mere feel-good exercise designed for temporary comfort. It is an absolute necessity for shaping a reality aligned with your aspiration. Your mind is constantly being influenced, subtly but powerfully, by the external world, by the relentless tide of news, by the pervasive narratives of social media, and even by the attitudes and beliefs of the people with whom you interact. These external forces can, if left unchecked, easily plant seeds of fear, doubt, and crippling limitation within your subconscious. If you do not actively take control of what enters and takes root in your mind, negativity and limitation will, by default, take over the garden of your consciousness. So what action can you take? You must become the vigilant gatekeeper of your own mind. Read inspiring, empowering books that challenge your thinking and expand your possibilities. Listen intentionally to motivational speeches and podcasts that ignite your passion and reinforce your belief. Consciously surround yourself with individuals who genuinely uplift you, who challenge your assumptions constructively, and who radiate a positive, success-oriented energy. Drown out the noise of negativity. Actively reject the insidious whispers of self-doubt. Immerse yourself, deliberately, in an environment both internal and external, that consistently reinforces your unwavering belief in your capacity for success. Truly successful individuals understand this principle at a deep level. They do not allow transient negative thoughts or external criticism to dictate their actions. They do not dwell on past failures or cling to mistakes. Instead, they extract the lessons and move forward. Crucially, they actively program their minds with thoughts of victory, of resilience, and of unshakable confidence. They visualize their success with vivid clarity long before it manifests physically. They act as if success is not just a possibility, but a guaranteed outcome, because they understand, intuitively, that when the subconscious mind is fully convinced, reality will inevitably shift to match that internal belief. Your subconscious mind does not possess the capacity to differentiate between external reality and vivid, emotionally charged imagination. If you consistently, repeatedly tell yourself with conviction that you are a winner, that you are unstoppable, that success is not just likely but inevitable for you, your mind will over time accept these powerful statements as undeniable truth. And once your subconscious mind has embraced this belief, your conscious actions, your daily habits, and your deliberate decisions will begin to align themselves perfectly with that powerful internal conviction. You will naturally walk, talk, and think like a winner. You will attract opportunities into your life that others operating from a place of doubt will tragically miss. You will possess the inner fortitude to transform daunting obstacles into navigable stepping stones. This is not magic or wishful thinking. It is applied psychology, a fundamental principle of human potential. Elite athletes utilize this technique to win championships before they ever step onto the field. Visionary entrepreneurs use it to build empires that reshape industry. Inspiring leaders use it to rally and motivate entire movements. They understand at a profound level that the most crucial battle is won in the mind before it is ever fought, or won in the external reality. Think about it deeply. If you knew with absolute, undeniable certainty that you were destined to succeed, how would you choose to act today? Would you hesitate? Would you second-guess yourself endlessly? Or would you move forward with an unstoppable, quiet confidence? The answer is clear. When you authentically believe in your success, you operate at a dramatically higher level of effectiveness and potential. You make bolder decisions, the kind that propel you forward. You take smarter, more calculated risks, understanding that even missteps offer lessons. You stay relentlessly persistent, even when faced with the inevitable challenges and temporary setbacks. Your future is being meticulously shaped, in this very moment, by the thoughts and beliefs you are choosing to plant today. Will you passively allow doubt and fear to grow unchecked, choking out your potential, or will you consciously take control and cultivate the fertile ground of your mind, planting the powerful seeds of confidence, unwavering determination, and the undeniable expectation of success? The choice, in this moment and every moment thereafter, is entirely yours. From this moment forward, make the unwavering decision to be intentional, deliberate, and conscious with your thoughts. Speak success into existence, using the power of your own voice to affirm your potential. Act in every aspect of your life, as if your most ambitious dreams are already within your grasp, already yours to claim. Train your subconscious mind, patiently but relentlessly, to expect greatness as its default mode of operation, and watch with awe as your external reality begins its profound and rapid transformation to match the powerful conviction of your internal belief. Bringing together belief, desire, and internal programming requires the crucial element of decisive action, a force that fundamentally shapes reality, especially in times of crisis. Recall again the tumultuous decade of the 1930s, a period of global upheaval where the Great Depression ravaged economies, annihilated businesses, and left countless millions struggling in the grip of fear and uncertainty. Fear and doubt were pervasive, paralyzing the majority of people, causing them to hesitate, to wait, to postpone action, hoping for better conditions before making any significant move. But history offers a starkly clear, undeniable truth. Those precious few who chose to take bold, decisive action during that crisis, whether in the realm of business, innovation, or investing, emerged from the turmoil not just surviving, but ultimately thriving, positioned for extraordinary success. In times of profound crisis, the natural human tendency is to freeze, to become paralyzed by fear, to wait for clarity that may never arrive. But those who waited during the 1930s, those who allowed fear to dictate their every move, tragically ended up with nothing, letting fleeting opportunities pass them by, too terrified to embrace the risks necessary to alter their circumstances. Meanwhile, a select few, the bold, the fearless, the action takers, perceived the crisis not as an insurmountable catastrophe, but as a unique opportunity to reshape the future. They moved with quiet confidence. They took calculated risks when others retreated, and in doing so they ended up building significant fortunes and legacies, while the vast majority remained trapped in the paralysis of fear. Look at the industrialists, the entrepreneurs, the visionary investors of that era. While the masses hesitated, giants like Henry Ford, John D. Rockefeller, and Andrew Carnegie continued to push forward, to invest, to build. They understood a fundamental law of success that transcends any economic climate. Fortune undeniably favors the bold, the decisive, the ones who act. Those who waited for the perfect, risk-free moment were left behind, while those who seized opportunities, despite the pervading uncertainty, rose to unparalleled greatness. The very same principle applies with equal force today. Success is not passively granted to those who hesitate. It is actively claimed by those who make bold moves, who take massive, purposeful action, and who utterly refuse to allow fear to dictate their decisions or limit their potential. The world does not reward inaction. It rewards those who step forward, decisively, with confidence and conviction. So what does this timeless principle mean, specifically for you in your life, right now? It means that waiting is simply not a viable option if you are genuinely committed to creating meaningful success. If you desire to build something extraordinary, you must act as if success is already your inherent reality. You must move with an internal certainty that defies external doubt. You must make decisions quickly, adjust your course as necessary based on feedback, and never ever allow hesitation to paralyze your progress. Most individuals fail to reach their potential, not because they lack inherent ability, but because they lack the courage, the cultivated habit, to take decisive action. They overanalyze endlessly, they second-guess themselves into paralysis, and in doing so, they miss their crucial moment to step forward. But winners grasp a vital truth. No opportunity that truly matters is ever perfect or entirely free of risk. There will always be an element of uncertainty, of the unknown, but success belongs to those who possess the courage and the conviction to push forward despite that uncertainty. Look at the greatest entrepreneurs, athletes, and leaders of our time. They do not hesitate. They make bold moves based on their cultivated intuition and analysis. They invest confidently in themselves and their vision. They trust their instincts, born of experience and preparation. And because of that capacity for decisive action, they create opportunities where others see only insurmountable obstacles. They act with the unshakable confidence that success is an inevitable outcome of their effort and persistence, and their actions vividly reflect that powerful belief. So ask yourself, are you currently waiting for the perfect time, a moment that may never arrive? Are you allowing the crippling grip of fear to hold you back, preventing you from stepping forward? Or are you ready, truly ready to step up, embrace calculated risks, and claim the success that is rightfully yours for the taking? If you are committed to winning, you must make decisive action your non-negotiable habit. Stop waiting, stop hesitating. Train yourself, relentlessly, to move forward, even when the path ahead is not perfectly clear, even when the outcome is not guaranteed. Success is not an external gift. It is a mindset, an internal state cultivated through consistent action. Act as if you cannot possibly fail. Move through the world as if success is already guaranteed to you, because when you embody that conviction, your actions will begin to align with that belief, and the world in its mysterious way bends to the will of those who refuse to wait, who choose instead to act boldly and decisively. Be one of them. Make fearless moves, take courageous action, and watch in awe as the doors of opportunity swing wide open before you, revealing the path towards the extraordinary life you are capable of creating. Perhaps the single biggest, most pervasive enemy of success, the force that cripples more potential than any external obstacle, is fear. It paralyzes intention, it systematically destroys confidence, and it holds countless individuals trapped within the confines of comfortable mediocrity. And in moments of profound crisis, like the Great Depression, fear, even more than the economic collapse itself, extinguished more dreams and ruined more lives. It wasn't just the external financial devastation, it was the internal fear that prevented people from taking the crucial action needed, from adapting their strategies, from embracing innovation, from pushing forward with persistence when it mattered most. Fear is a natural, hardwired instinct, an ancient protective mechanism embedded in our minds to shield us from physical danger. But in the complexities of the modern world, fear is no longer solely a biological alarm intended